How you're doing? I'm Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs. Now, regular readers will know I've been off sick. This is my first time back in the shop, and I'm just pottering about doing a few bits. I thought I'd give you a bit of an update, show you what's coming up, and we'll go from there. The next few jobs on the pile, our Gordy's diner. Yeah, we're going to do headstock, top tube, front tubes to take his big long Springer front end. Now, unfortunately, his big long Springer front end does not come with a steering stem or a wheel spindle, so we're going to have to work out what we like and get them made before I can get on and do the frame. And also I've obviously got to strip it down, which, to be fair, I think is physically beyond my capabilities at the minute. So I think we're going to do that after we've done our David's rigid VN800 that's tucked in there. That's going to be a really interesting project. It's not something I've had a lot of experience with. We're going to lose all his monoshock, obviously, and he wants to keep the lines and the look of the standard frame-ish. All will become apparent as we get on with it. That is probably going to get up on the bench for me to start next week, I think. Here's our Carl's Iron Exporter, all finished and ready for dispatch. He's going to pick that up soon. So it's got its own playlist, that has. You can find it and follow along. That was a really fucking interesting build with a monoshock, twin rail, swing arm, V-rod wheels and loads of trick bits. Like, absolutely thrilled with how that's come out, to be fair. Right, where are we? I've just had a phone call. The Shovelhead that you can't see there is going to be refeatured in Backstreet Heroes. I've just been speaking to Nick Light. I'm pointing at it like you can see it. It was originally featured in '96, so they're doing a refeature now, which is really cool. Anyway, this is going to be next, I reckon, because it's going to be easier for me physically to get that on the bench and get it sorted rather than trying to strip our Gordy's down. Although there is a bit of engineering, like I've said, needs to go into this before I can get on with it. I need to make steering stem, headstock, front wheel spindle, and then I'm going to fit, which I never do, I'm going to fit those forks in the standard frame because I've got no idea with them springers how much give they've got, how much shorter they'll become once the bike's sat on them. And then I can go from there. So you've got that to look forward to. Or we all have, haven't we? We've got that to look forward to. And then there's our finger bobs, which is this big collection of bits here. There's an engine, some fucking, oh, there. So engine in there, where that top box is. Loads of bits and bobs to fix. Yeah, I think that is going to be the running order, but everything is set to fucking change. The last thing I'm going to do, the next thing I'm going to do, that I probably won't film myself doing it, but you'll get to see it, is if you remember before Christmas, I was just getting our Chris's ready to wire up and fire up, and I made a front brake line. I was going to make the back brake line, but I'd not got the fittings that I needed. But now I have. Now we've got these swivelly divvlies. I just need now to work out the best way to route his brake cables, his brake line, and mount his brake light switch and get those made up and bled up. And then we're just a bit of wiring and some fuel away from starting it up, which will be really exciting.
Don't forget, folks, our Footstock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Footstock, you know it makes sense.
Okay, sports fans, this is part of our Gordy's headstock steering stem assembly that I've got to make. They have a funny spacer notch on the springers that clamps down on top of the headstock and goes between the split top yoke, if that makes sense. They have like a double top yoke, don't they, because of the springy action. So I sketched that out and got some material out and had a look. But onto the brake light switch, we are going to mount it on the back of the fucking electrics box door. That is fucking suits, really suits. And my problem was, look, not only is the master cylinder and caliper on opposing sides, but this one's obviously at the top, it comes out the top, and the other one comes out the bottom. So this always wants to go this way, lends itself to running here. And the bottom one needs to miss the fucking drive chain, because we don't want it going here, do we? You know, we don't want to miss up to take your back brake out. That would be horrendous. So what I've worked out is I'm going to follow the brake lines, the oil lines. My words are fucking wrong this morning. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to fuck off through there, the back of the engine, and then follow it up here. Look, come up here with this, and then it's going to branch off to the back of that box. Something a little like that. And then from here, it's going to go backwards around the corner into the top of that caliper. That's happy days. So what we need to do is make a standoff that welds on the back of the box door, on this door light. It'll all come away once you undo the door. You can disconnect them, undo the door, or whatever, you know, it can live on there. Just like that. So we're on to lathe. I'm going to make up a little top hat type threaded spacer. So we're first time at the lathe for a good while. I've just been on the phone to my dad, and I was telling him what I'm doing, and he was laughing. He's like, "You can't go a day without being on that lathe, can you?" I'm like, no, I can't, Dad. Right, what we're going to do is clean that end up on this. This part needs to be 20 millimeters long in total, I think. Let me check. I'm telling you fucking well wrong now. Yeah, 10 millimeters long, like I say. And the first 5 needs to be 12 mil in diameter. So I'm just going to touch on, have a measure, and set me read out. Nothing crucial going on here, so I can set that at, it's about 16, isn't it? 15.9, there you go. So X is 15.90, as near as fuck it is to swearing. And we want it to be 12, don't we? And we'll touch on that face there, and 0 the other one, so we could probably go straight to 12 for 5 mil. Look at 12 and a half, nice ½ inch, because it'll be imperial, that brake light switch holder thing, that TP. So away we go. I'm just hand cranking that in down to 5 mil. There's 2. There's 3, 4, and coming up on 5. Absolutely peachy. I just want to jump in and give a very special shout out to Luke Smith. I know you'll be watching. Get well soon, mate. Lots of love to you and yours. You fucking got this, mate. Go on. And we'll just give this a quick clean up while we're at it. Make it a little bit nicer. Like I say, the diameter's not crucial, so it don't matter that much. You just make yourselves a nice looking little threaded boss. Right, so with that done, we can centre drill the end. Oh, where's my lube pot? Oh, bear with. I don't know if someone's been playing away, but the lube pot was over on milling machine from the last thing I did. Right, we'll just get a centre started in there, ready to take 5 mil, which is the tapping size for M6, like so. We only need 10 mil, but the tap needs to go further than that in order to cut a full form thread. So we'll give it 20, 25. In fact, 20 will be plenty. So there we go. There's about 20. And now a cheeky little chamfer ready to take that thread. like fucking so. You're well off centre there, sorry about that. Now we're swapping out the tap, which you never hold a tap in a lathe chuck, it's not right for it, but you can get started, which is all I'm intending on doing. Look, it's just, bear with, spinning this up and bringing it in until it gets going, and then finish it off by hand. Look, can't go in then, it's not getting going, is it? No. See how that gets us. See how true that looks. It might be a collie chuck job. Oh, that'll do for me. That'll do for me. So we'll get this in if I can, and finish it off by hand. Right, and last up, we've just come in and measured 10mm there, so we can speed things up. Hold on. So we can get that parted off, can't we? So we'll go in like that. We'll break that back edge, although we're going to face it, I think. And then we'll reach around, which you should never do, missus. Give it a dab of lube, which you should always do, and just get that parted off. I wonder how warm it is. Okay. How hot is it? Fucking hot. So, here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Boosh. There we go, fellas. Yeah, so focus off camera, look. We've got the old bolt through. We've got hole out the back in case the bolt's a bit long. Just doing a bit of insurance. Bob along, bob along, bob along. That'll go up in there. And then we'll get the brake line sorted out accordingly. Right, let's start building this up then. So that's mounted away. If you look down in here, there's all sorts of detritus, and these fittings are not the right fucking ones. Look, that's got a different receptacle. Let's have a look at that. So we've consulted the Oracle. It's like we're spraying vodka and chucking chicken bones down to see what the coup is. And again, dickhead strikes. Doofus has visited. We need this, look, that female end there, because we're replacing what was a solid pipe with the 3/8 UNF. But we don't need it to take this hose straight away, no, because it needs to go into an elbow to go in the right direction, and that elbow needs to pivot. It needs to have a swivel in it so we don't get tied up while we're fitting it and making it. It needs to spin before we nip it up. So there you go. That's close but no fucking cigar. So what I'll do, I'll bung this one in for now, look, just for fitting it up without bothering whether it seals or not. And I've ordered that one, so we'll just swap it out. So it's going to sit somewhere like that, and we'll get the elbow and we'll run it through. I'll make this end up off camera. In the last video I did on this, I covered making brake lines up a little bit, but this is not going to be one of those videos, to be fair. So that one, by the magic of television, and I've just been on the phone for half an hour to my dad, love you lots. If I know you're watching, love you lots. We have one in place. I'm not tightening it up and do it right, because we know that's not right. And we need a little bit of wiggle room. And through there it comes quite nicely. It can be, you can force it a little bit more, clip it up and get it, I can't show you much. Get it right, but that's not what I'm here for today, is it? We just need to get it actually dot to dot. So I'll get this end made up and then get it run through to the other. Sorted. So there we go. We've done a bit of turning, a bit of welding and some plumbing, to be fair. We've ordered these in because Doofus struck. Caught me out, these brakes did. This rear brake, front brake's for doozer. Anyway, so the brake light switch mounts on that, and the cables run, the lines run, sorry, out of the way. And the chain in the exhaust is the problem. It's getting it from both angles, that fucker down there, but we can clip it up out of the way when it's built up, and it should be absolutely happy days. The front one I made previously needs bleeding up next, I reckon. We can't bleed the back one, And I think our Chris only needs a bit of a break so we can avoid incidents like, so maybe probably won't bother bleeding that up at all. It's all got to be stripped down again. Yeah, we'll bleed that front brake and then the job's a fix. So, let's go around the other side, look. That's all done. Again, I didn't want to do an instruction on how to bleed. This is just a short little video where I've come in, got back into it slowly because I'm still convalescing a bit. Made a start. What I've done, I use these, look, vacuum. Get yourself a vacuum kit. If you struggle with bleeding brakes, like everybody does, get yourself a Percy fucking pump, yeah? Not that kind, I know what you're thinking. Great bit of kit. If there's enough interest, I'll show you me doing one sometime. Let me know in the comments. And then, basically, you put it on the bleeding nipple and you draw a vacuum, and then you fill the resi up, crack open the nipple, and it sucks all the air and everything through until you've had a few good resis through. You know, this was dry, so I've sucked that much through, and then I go old school. I like my jam jar on a pipe. Yeah, there's a nut on the end of that with a split pin through it that you probably can't see. Well, you can really. To keep it submerged, so if we get a bit of this action, it won't suck air back in. And we build up pressure, and we crack that open, just like your dad and your uncle did when they were fixing the car when you were a kid. And that firms it up. So now we've got a nice firm, don't squeeze it too quick or it'll spurt out, front brake. Happy days. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's another box ticked. I wanted to get it done before the break, but I was waiting for these parts, and then, like I said, I've been off. You have got this to look forward to. Simda, hey? The good people at Simda, not sponsored, have reached out and asked me to do a review on this thing. I've not even opened the box, look. Right, full disclosure, I'm not doing it now, I'm just telling you about it. Full disclosure, they sent it me for fuck all. I don't know what the cost is. I don't think they're expensive, but apparently it's a MIG. Okay, yeah. And a TIG. Are you sure? MMA, so stick welder. And then he does hot stapler, right? I ain't making it up, for fixing plastic. And a soldering iron. What the fuck? How can it? So, let's get coldest first. This might be hot staples, might be soldering iron. Hot staples, because they're never glowing red. Oh, they ain't actually. Yeah, they're about the same. So, fuck all. Through to a stick welder, fucking angel or some shit. TIG, which is, there's me TIG, look. Mrs. Tiggy Wrinkle, all right, they do them smaller nowadays, but it's a real bit of kit, a proper TIG. And a MIG. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The idea is that my little old fucking Sealy Super MIG 150 that's tucked in there, that's got a solid core wire in it for if I'm outside and doing stuff, not on bikes. Sometimes I go out and someone might need a bracket welding on a gate or whatever. So I take that. Well, Ardeen did actually. That's what I last used it for. And it's showing its age. It ain't great. And I'm hoping this is better for it. But we'll have a look. We'll see what it can do. I might come in tomorrow and have an hour on that. Oh, I've just slipped out the orifice because I'm sure I said Dave's fucking VN800. It's Andy, bless you. And lots of love to you and your lad. These people are lovely. They reached out, they found me on social media. I reached out. His lad's special, bless him. Just fantastic story. I won't share it because it's not mine to share. But it was nice connecting with two lovely people when he dropped this off. So that's going to be next on the agenda because for me it's physically the easiest. And then we're going to tackle this, which was a bit of a miscommunication. Gordy thought I wanted the old bike for some reason, when really I just wanted the frame. So we've got to make it, go strip off everything that we can. But I'm not going to go mad. I'm just going to strip down what I need to save a bit of time on the job. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I need to get a functioning set of springers for a start off because I don't know how much they'll sag, and at the same time I need to make the headstock to make the stem around. You know, I make those three things before I put a spanner on the bike, which is cool because that'll give me a chance to put lots of penetration around this front engine bolt that you can't see because they are a mare for snapping off. You look at the shit in there, look, they cop the lot they do, although he's got that great big fucking fugly thing, bless him. Shielding it a bit, so hopefully I won't snap one off, but disclaimer there. Another reason I don't like stripping them down. So there you go, that's me doing a few bits and bobs this morning and giving you a bit of a catch up, keeping you in the loop. and you can see what's up and coming in the next week or so. We'll crack on Monday, all being well, barring acts of God. Yeah, it just leaves me as always to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and a sub. Check out all the bump in the description below, and I will catch you on the next one. Big love everyone, I'll see you soon.